Welcome to the WCAT broadcast of the Holiday Classic Championship between the Paideia Pythons and the Westminster Wildcats. I'm joined here in the Howell Center by Bennett Porson. And Bennett, we're going to have a heck of a game today between two very good teams that have pretty much run the table.
Yes, Westminster and Paideia, two great teams that we're talking about here. Westminster, let's just talk about how they got here. Westminster overcame a slow start to beat Pace 44-27. And in the first round on Saturday, last night, Westminster avenged an early season loss, to Johns Creek by beating the Gladiators 56-44 to advance to tonight's championship game. And Paideia beat Randolph 39-22 in the first round game on Saturday and easily handled Whitewater 43-25 in Monday's semifinal contest, getting them to tonight's game against Westminster.
And Bennett, one thing that I would say is a huge key missing from the Wildcats, Christina Lopez, starting point guard for the Wildcats. And I know in the Johns Creek game, there was a huge impact, her not being there. If Paideia comes out and do a press, it could be the same situation for Westminster. You know, they're going to have to slow it down, as we mentioned in the game, have that internal clock ticking. You have 10 seconds to get it past half court.
Yes.
So the Wildcats take their time, get into the offense, get the ball to good players like Connolly Cravens and Hannah Morgan. You're in good shape.
Very true, and it worked last night. They had a great game last night, and hoping to see what they did last night, slowing the ball down, working it around, finding shots to get open. Even though last night wasn't their best game of the season, as they came out to a slow start in the first half, but the second half started clicking and got them into this game. So if they can find out what worked in the second half yesterday, today will be a good game.
And I think we're going to get our intros, and first starter for Paideia is Ashley Foster. Ellery Kelker-Wolf. Alex Clark joins her. Jordan Battle, the junior. And Samaj Thompson. Bennett, Samaj Thompson is the only underclassman they have in the starting five. The rest are 11th and 12th graders. So a lot of experience on this roster.
And that's something that helps going into a game like this, because that leadership really helps win championship games. And with Paideia having only almost all upperclassmen, that's a great asset to their team.
Now the first starter for Westminster, Connolly Cravens, joined by Hannah Morgan, Maya Longacre as well, Jasmine Lester, and she'll be joined by Andy Carandi. And the same situation, actually. One 10th grader, then you got 3 seniors and a junior.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got experience across the board both ways. Should be a good contest here tonight.
And that's what makes this such a great game, because everybody out here has played before. You know, they're used to competition basketball. And when you have two competitive teams going up against each other, you know, what's bad about that?
It's a good night for basketball.
Exactly.
Paideia is in blue and Wildcats in white. Lester will tip for Westminster, and Samaj Thompson will tip. Westminster will get it. So Cravens will get the Wildcats into their offense. We can feed Longacre. She gets a touch early off the glass, and it's good.
Great job of Maya Longacre backing down there and getting up a shot. Good start for the Cats.
Kelker-Wolf goes right down the sideline. And they're going to feed Samaj Thompson. She can't get it to go. Kelker-Wolf, the rebound off the backside. But Jasmine Lester will corral the rebound. And it's put across court to Hannah Morgan. Pump fake, 3, got it.
And Hannah Morgan, somebody who's really good on this team. She can do a lot of things all over the court, but you saw there, she can go from 3 too, and she gets a steal there.
Guys, Hannah Morgan made some great plays defensively last night in their semifinal victory. She's really coming up strong early in this one too.
we got to introduce you. Ryan Costley joined the broadcast. We worked last night's broadcast, the girls' game, hoping for the same success. And Connolly Cravens will get it to Morgan, and she goes baseline and gets fouled. And I will tell you, if there's one girl that is going to go into the paint and is not afraid to get hacked, it's going to be Hannah Morgan.
Hannah Morgan, versatile player, and I was just talking about her all over the court, and we saw her go from 3, and then she drives really hard into the paint and making a free throw there. So just all around great player.
Free throw woes were the story of the night for both teams in Westminster's semifinal game against Johns Creek. And that's 2 for 2, nothing but net. And so the Wildcats will come out and do a press. And it's Ashley Foster who's going to get it back to Helker Wolf. And they go middle. And a foul is called on, I believe that'll be Jasmine Lester, her first.
Really last night when the Cats opened up the lead in the second half, it was that full court press that got them going defensively, stopping the Johns Creek Gladiators from running their offense the way they were able to in the first half. And we see that full court press on the Cats early in this one.
Foster will head up the offense for Paideia. That's Alex Clark on the wing. Kelker Wolf coming off a cut, and she can't get it to go. And now a foul will be called on Jordan Battle, the junior. And we're going to get our first sub, one for each team, and that'll be Autumn Alexander, the sophomore for Paideia. And a huge part of this team for the Wildcats, Grace Stays. Great game last night. Hit the boards hard, got a lot of second chance points. And can't blame Coach Carvis for sending her in early here.
And she's only a freshman.
A lot of promise on this roster.
Grace Stays really came in the second half and started to make some difference. Hit some big free throws down the stretch to really seal the lead for the Cats last night. As Jasmine Lester puts one off the glass for 2.
Kelker Wolf and Foster breaks the press easily. And the ball is Autumn Alexander looks to be hit in the face. And the score 9-2. Westminster coming out hot early. Some good offense, some good looks. And I'm not sure what the issue is here.
Seems to be shaking off her face, nodding to the refs. I think she's good to go, and we're going to get back underway with play here. I think she just got tapped in the face, had to take a breather there.
Cravens brings it across half court, and she'll set up the offense for the Wildcats. There's Andy Carandy with the ball. Move inside to Carandy. She'll put it up, unable to finish.
And Paideia will corral the rebound, but that will enable Westminster to get into their press. And if there's one player to watch on this Pythons roster, it is Kelker Wolf, number 4. Not to be mistaken for number 14, Alex Clark, excuse me. And Stays, jumps the pass, but Clark's able to corral it. Kick out to Kelker Wolf with the head fake. And that'll be Wildcats ball, so stifling defense early from the Wildcats. And still only 2 points for Paideia with 5:10 left here in the first quarter. Connolly Cravens. Morgan the pump fake, and she'll drive in. Can't get it to go. And back to Paideia. So 2 of probably some of the best players on each roster, back-to-back, not able to get buckets to go. So we could be seeing a defensive battle here tonight.
Yes, and that's when it comes down to defensive battles, it's great for a good start in Westminster here with a great bounce pass.
Lester unable to finish there.
And that'll go off of, the refs are saying, Westminster. Now, as I said last night, I'm not wearing stripes, so I'm not going to talk about that one. But refs have a tough job. You gotta cut them some slack sometimes. Sometimes the game is moving really fast, and it's just tough to know what's going on.
Ashley Foster on the drive, but called for the charge. She'll be the main point guard for the Pythons this evening.
Hannah Morgan doing what she usually does. Takes a great charge, and the ball will be back to the Wildcats with Cravens setting up the offense. The ball's going to be coming right back.
Just like
Jasmine
that.
Lester called for an illegal screen, and Kabelzakis will check in for Lester.
Talking about Hannah Morgan a little bit more, she's also a rock on defense. We talked about her on the offensive side of the ball, but you guys just saw there, she took a charge like, it was nothing, and you'll see her, she can lock up anybody.
I'll tell you, having a coach as a dad will get you in the right position.
She definitely made a huge impact in that game late in the fourth quarter, making some big-time stops against the Johns Creek Gladiators to really seal that victory on the defensive side of the ball. As Colony Cravens will bring it up for Cats.
Cravens gets it over to Zakis, and they will look to feed Stays. Over to Zakis. Wildcats trying to get an opening. They're going to feed Stays inside, and she's got nothing there. That'll be Paideia ball. So definitely a different game here tonight. Last night against Johns Creek, Wildcats had all the size, but Paideia is matching them right now size-wise.
Exactly, but just looking early, Westminster their game plan from what I can see so far is pass the ball around, use Cravens as like kind of a pivot point to get the ball back to her and have Cravens look for looks around the court, but trying to get Stays down low as we can see, and just trying to get some baskets.
And picking off of what Bennett just said, defensively so far we've seen a lot of full court press from the Cats trying to exploit the matchup that I believe Coach Heather Carvis likes what she sees there, as we just saw a Paideia turnover and a timeout.
While we have a break in the action, we'd like to remind you that our coverage will continue tonight for the boys varsity team as they take on North Atlanta.
So that's going to be a great game.
So some teams that are close to each other. Actually, a player on North Atlanta, Ethan Stays, used to go here, middle school. Very good player.
Older brother of Grace Stays, the freshman girl for the Cats. So got some blood between these two squads that are going to match up here tonight. This Westminster boys team that we have this year is pretty phenomenal. I don't know if I've said it before on the broadcast, but in our first after football in our first practice, we come out and do a 2-3, and they call a play and they just kind of throw it up to the backboard, and Will Benson went up and dunked it.
Alrighty.
So
hopefully we see a little bit of that tonight.
Yeah, very good team for the Wildcats. And Stays tries to get a look in the post, and she won't be able to get it. And Kelker Wolf will push the floor for the Python. She's going to look for a shot, and she'll give it back to Foster to set up the offense. Kelker Wolf, look in the post, can't get it to go. That's a tough shot from the baseline.
And Kelker Wolf, one of Paideia's star players, just not able to get going lately. I believe she's 0 for 3 so far, but that's one player, if she gets hot, she's gonna start going.
We just saw Karandi there out of the post getting a bucket, and we're hopefully to see a lot of that tonight. The Cats definitely like to exploit her matchups underneath.
And Foster called for the travel. That time she got caught a little bit out of control. So the Wildcats will get it back. Still only 2 points for Paideia, who has played well in the tournament thus far, and really a tough first quarter for them. They get it to Karandi, and Zakis will travel. So the ball will go back to the Pythons, and the Wildcats are going to stay in that press, and they're going to get up and make them play 90 feet from the basket.
And it's working so far. Foster trying to get past them, along with Alex Clark trying to move the ball around, but it works right there. Zakis, Cravens to Zakis, and she puts it up, and it falls. And that was a great example of how the press works for Westminster. And calling a timeout here, Westminster is going to be up 13-2.
Paideia takes a timeout there. They obviously don't like what they're seeing in the half-court offense and the press break, but the pressure from Cabell Zachis and Hannah Morgan thus far has really been a struggle for the Pythons offensively.
Cravens with a nice pass, and if I were to quote anyone there, it'd be Kyrie Irving. Say, that's a pocket pass. Nice bounce pass right in. Easy lay. That's textbook ball right there.
And he gets points.
Gets buckets.
2.5 remaining in the quarter. The Cats lead by 11. Score of 13-2.
Wildcats have played pretty much not pretty much a perfect game, but a very good game. Only 2 points, as we said, for the Paideia Pythons.
And you wonder, as the Pythons will have the ball back right now, do you wonder if the Cats will stay in that full court press? It looks like they will.
I think you keep doing what works until it doesn't work.
I mean, it's 13-2, and it's working right now.
Will be Ashley Foster to try to break the press.
Foster and Clark at a 2-guard front. Kelker Wolf, the nice bounce pass. And Foster will take a 3, and she gets it to drop.
Craven's taking it up here.
And a basket right out of the timeout for the Pythons. So the Wildcats have to try to answer here. They try to feed Stays, and she gets it to go.
Great player down low who can get up and in the post and get the ball in the basket. So good to see her starting to get some points after missing her first couple layups.
Foster to set it up for the Pythons. Kelker Wolf. It's a good look. She's going to get it, and long. So the Wildcats, with Morgan, will retain it. Karandi going to push it. She's got it. Gets by Foster on the transition break.
There you see Hannah Morgan making another big impact, this time on the boards in that transition play. Just another sign of what she can do all around the floor.
Kelker Wolf. It's out of the trap. Clark, a nice pass. But it's not there. Foster not afraid to put it up. And Cravens will take it down to Zachis. Hannah Morgan's got an open look. Bottoms up.
That was Cash, and she was way out there. She was way downtown. What a shot.
Get right back to this full court press. Kelker Wolf able to give it off.
Hannah Morgan using the basic philosophy of not using the rim.
Nothing but net.
Just no need for the iron.
Not at all. Hey, I mean, if you can do it, go for it.
30 seconds left. It'll be Autumn Alexander to shoot 2 for the Pythons.
I said this yesterday. These nets that we have in here, incredible. And I know it's not something that you would normally hear, but when you make it rain, you make it rain. It's a little. You hear the net kind of hit the rim a little bit. That's dream-like symptoms right there.
Cravens coming in for Cravens there. Caroline Cravens, the younger sister, and she's going to take the ball up.
Stays crowds the board, and Zachis will be patient and set it up. They give her some space. Cravens gets the board, and it will stay with the Wildcats. Good hustle on the boards once again, and that's a guard. That's Caroline Cravens.
She's 5'7". I mean, that's getting up and getting boards.
Karandi looks for an inbounds pass, and she finally gets it to Hannah Morgan. I wouldn't be surprised if she just pulled up from right there, but she'll get it off to Cravens, who will set up the offense for the Cats.
Get a look inside to Stays, and she's unable to control it, as Foster will take the other direction for Paideia. She'll pull up from 3, and is unable to hit at the buzzer. So your first quarter score is the Westminster Wildcats 20, the Paideia Pythons 6.
That is a lot of points in one quarter.
It is. I I'd attribute that to the full court press from Westminster. I mean, getting 20 points in the first quarter. And one thing that is good to see from the Cats is that they're making those easy layups. Sometimes you can get down there after stealing the ball on the full court press and just miss. And we're seeing them make them, which is attributing to the fact that they now have 20 points in one quarter.
I mean, I think Hannah Morgan has more points than Paideia right now. Pretty impressive stat. I mean, the Wildcat, 20 points is really impressive.
On pace for 80 if we continue this the entire game.
Ryan, 20 times 4 is 80. So that math is correct.
Hey, put this in perspective. Paideia defeated Randolph in their first game, and Randolph only scored 22 points in the entire game.
Wow.
And the Cats have 20 already.
That's what I call getting buckets.
Getting buckets, just cash.
I'll get buckets. Morgan Brister going to check into the game for the Wildcats. Folks, we like to have some fun here at WCAT. It's always a good time. So.
Brister will guard Clark.
And Kelker Wolf, the star player for the Pythons, and a block is called.
Yet again, we see that block charge call, Jack, and Coach Carvis seems to have a discussion with the official about it. Really a tough call in basketball, the block charge.
You just listen to the wise words of Jack Schlafly. None of us are in pinstripes.
Or
in stripes, sorry.
Kelker Wolf from 3, no good. Morgan will grab the rebound up to Cravens, a nice pass. And Cravens picked off by Foster, and Foster throws it off the foot of Karandi. Nifty play.
Cheeky attempt there that paid off by throwing the ball onto Karandi's foot. Just slowly rolled out of bounds, and Paideia's going to get the ball back. That was a good move by Foster there.
Clark will bring the ball up for Paideia. And Foster's going to get it on the wing with the sophomore Cravens guarding her. And she's quick. She can't get it to go. So now Cravens will slow it down and get into the offense.
Morgan Brister.
Brister to the left. Karandi can't get it, but Brister hits the boards. That's an open look from Trey. Give it to me.
Hannah Morgan for 3 yet again. She's really shooting the ball well thus far.
Reestablishing my comment about the metaphor, she is just filling it up. Just great shooting from Hannah Morgan. I think that's 11. Is that 11? Wow.
Well, we were discussing Hannah Morgan. It'll be Coker Wolf to shoot 2 for the Pythons.
And that first one is dropped. I think that was another use of the theory of no rim.
I mean, Hannah Morgan is giving her own definition of downtown. Like, she is way out there.
And the second one is dropped. So Paideia now has 8 points. 23-8 is your score. Cravens out to Brister. And Cravens will get back out and set up the offense.
Hannah Morgan drives baseline. She'll put it up. Unable to control, but Maya Longacre gets it back. Ball will go out of bounds, and it will stay with Westminster.
Wildcats saying, give me the boards.
Give them the boards.
They're taking them.
We've seen guards get up there and get rebounds. We've seen everybody get rebounds, so hey, good playing.
Brister, an open look, and she traveled. So 23-8 is still our score with 6:09 left in the second quarter. And it looks like it'll be Alex Clark to bring it up for the Pythons.
The Pythons use a lot of different people to bring the ball up. We've seen Clark. Oh, and that was Cash.
Kelker Wolf.
Kelker Wolf, that is a quick trigger right there.
But as I was saying, you can see Kelker Wolf, Alex Clark, and Ashley Foster all take the ball up, which is helpful.
Circus rebound put back by Andy Carandi for 2 more for Westminster.
Foster will set it up. And Paideia looking to get Kelker Wolf the ball, I would imagine. She might have the hot hand. Clark can't get it off the glass.
That was a good drive from Clark, but just a little bit too much on the layup and not able to fall.
And Carandi will grab the rebound. That's a 3. Give it to me. Off the glass
and in.
Off the glass. The bank is only closed on Sundays, and today is Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, and that went in.
Score 28-11. Alex Clark gets it on the wing off the screen, and they want to feed Kelker Wolf. They do, and Carandi gets the rebound.
Lockdown D from Andy Carandi down low.
That's a pull-up J, and she's got it. Including her free throws and her three-pointers, I still don't think she's used the rim. That one's short from Paideia, and Carandi's going to take it.
She wants the ball again, and she's going to take it again. Oh, and not able to fall there, but Maya Longacre with the rebound, and Hannah Morgan's going to draw the foul there.
Before that last shot, guys, I believe that is the 4th 3 made by Hannah Morgan, all of them without hitting the rim.
Wow. That's, I don't even know how to explain that.
Mass substitution here for the Cats as Colony Cravens, Jasmine Lester, and Madison Malloy all check into the game.
And this is a tough situation for Paideia. Westminster's gone on a run, and the starters are coming back in. Connolly Cravens. Jasmine Lester has an open look, and she forces it in to Longacre, who can't get it to go off the glass, so Foster will push. Lester blocks number 24, Jordan Battle, and they're going to call jump ball. Forgot to mention, Madison Malloy checked into the game for the Wildcats. That's a little bit like putting Steve Novak in the game. She's going to go out there and she's going to drill threes. Cravens is going to bring it up for the Cats. She's going to reverse the ball to Longacre.
And Carandi has a 3.
That 3 is no good. Still the theory used. No use of the rim.
No use of the rim.
Alex Clark will bring the ball up this time instead of Foster. Kelker Wolf says, give me the 3. And she's not going to get it. Another block from Lester. And the Wildcats are going to have numbers up court. And Carandi chooses to slow down because it's not there. Good decision that time from an upperclassman who knows a little bit about the game.
Carandi will kick it out to Colony Cravens.
Longacre, a mid-range jumper, just short. So Clark will push the floor. Kelker Wolf, the head fake, and she's going to go in. Longacre blocked her and then got the rebound. So back and forth game right now. Lester, that's a layup.
That started on the other end of the floor, guys, with a defensive play by Maya Longacre, able to help out for that transition basket.
That's the 3rd time in a row there's been a block. But not that time, as Jordan Battle knocks down a 3.
Unfortunately, the bank is open for both teams on a Tuesday. Foster will go out of bounds. So the Wildcats will keep it with 1:53 left here in the second quarter.
Randy will inbound to Longacre.
Longacre tries to go off the glass, but it won't go. And Foster will slow it down for Paideia. The Pythons a little winded after this up and down game from the Wildcats. And they're going to take a second to just collect themselves.
Alex Clark able to convert on the drive to the basket as we are underneath 1 minute 30 seconds to play in the first half.
Clark showing some touch near the brim. Grandy going to come off the screen. Longacre has an open jumper. Once again, just off. Lester, Karandi.
They just don't stop on those offensive boards.
The Wildcats are really just all over the boards, as you said. Kelker Wolf says, I'm going to do this myself. And she gets it to go. Malloy runs down the right side. And I'm not sure what the call was there. I thought they were going to call it travel. But instead, and it is a travel called.
.45 seconds remain in the first half.
They're going to bring in Zakis and Hannah Morgan back in. Try and close out this second quarter with a boom.
Wildcats have pretty much been booming all game long. 35-18. And I think they're gonna sit back and wait for the last shot. I may have been mistaken.
Kelker Wolf has definitely made the majority of the plays for the Pythons this evening.
Thompson into battle. She's going to walk. So with 7.3 seconds left, we're going to be going the other way. Paideia is going to get into their press to make it a little harder. And I could really...
I'm going to track this Zakis to Hannah Morgan.
Bennett, you are already wrong. Zakis pushes it up the left side to Cravens.
Karandi for three.
Won't go.
Unable to hit at the buzzer.
So your final score, or excuse me, your halftime score, 35-18. The Wildcats come out strong from the beginning and really don't let up. Good scoring from Hannah Morgan and rebounds across the board. Thoughts first half, gentlemen?
A much more balanced second quarter. Paideia dropping 12 points compared to their 6 points in the first quarter. But Westminster still keeping the pressure on, dropping 15 in the second quarter, and a great start by the Cats with 20 points.
And a lot of the Cats' points have come off A, turnovers in transition, and B, offensive rebounds. Getting a lot of second chance points and points in transition has really made the difference with the 35-18 score.
Well, with that said, we're going to take a break here at the Howell Center, and you can join us for the second half of action. And welcome back to the Howell Center. We have 10 seconds left until the second half starts. Our score here, 35-18. The Wildcats are ahead. And the starting five for the Wildcats on the floor, with Paideia starting with the ball. Ashley Foster will take it up. And the Wildcats in the man defense. And picked off by Longacre.
Hannah Morgan.
Crandy up. That's a layup. That's easy buckets. Hooker Wolf.
And Longacre with another steal there.
Pass was to Samaj Thompson, and that was abruptly taken. Karandi, give it to me. Quickly out of the gates. 39-18 is now the score. Kelker Wolf looking to get something going here for her Pythons if they want any chance of coming back in this game. Foster, the three won't go. Karandi corrals it. And the Wildcats once again on the transition break.
To Lester. Not going to fall.
Cravens crashes the rebounds. Crashes the boards. I don't know what I'm saying. Morgan an open three. Oh! Won't get it. So the ball will go back to Paideia.
Already in the second half, we've seen Westminster run in transition. The first couple times they've had the ball. It's really showing what they've been trying to do all game.
Ashley Foster to Kelker Wolf, and she's not going to get it to go. Cravens with numbers, 4-on-2. Lester can't get it. She'll get her own rebound. And Foster trapped in the corner, and she'll just throw it off Karandi. So I think that's the second time this game Foster's just kind of tossed it off the player.
It was worked twice, so keep doing it. If it works, just keep doing it.
That's a good point. If anything works, just keep doing it. Kelker Wolf will take the ball up top. And the ball is turned over. Longacre corrals it once again.
That's her third steal this quarter alone.
Hannah Morgan, that's an open look, but it won't go. Kelker Wolf brings it up the floor. She's got an open three-point attempt, and she drops it.
Kelker Wolf's definitely been the Python that's done most of the heavy lifting in this game. Obviously, we see the score where the Cats have definitely controlled this one from the get-go, but Kelker Wolf is having a nice game of herself.
We'll call that a foul on Kelker Wolf. Hannah Morgan's going to inbound the ball here.
So we see Grace Stays check back into the game for the first time this half.
And the lob pass won't be able to be completed. Karandi fighting for it. She can't corral it. And Foster, and that'll be a block. Good sportsmanship displayed by Hannah Morgan. And that'll be on the floor, so no shooting foul. And the Pythons will have to inbound the ball. It's out to, Jordan Battle. That's an open look for Alex Clark. Long. Kelker Wolf keeps it alive. And Clark will set up the offense. With Kelker Wolf getting her post position. Hook shot won't go.
See Grace Stays with the rebound there. That's definitely one of the things that she does best. The young freshman for the Cats as Hannah Morgan puts one up and in.
Hannah Morgan, nice move there to get by the defender. And And a three-point attempt. Got it. Jordan Battle, her second three of the night. It's like Dirk Nowitzki. Got some size, step out and hit the three. Longacre's mid-range game can't go. Morgan can't get it to go. And some shooting difficulties coming upon the Wildcats here early in the second half.
And ever since Hannah Morgan ended that streak of threes, she's been having a little trouble getting the ball to fall, but if she can get hot again, she's scary. She's scary out there on the court.
Zakis will get it out to Cravens, who will set it up. Zakis gets her ball screen into stays. Foster says, I'm going to have none of that. Hits it out of bounds, but the Wildcats will keep the ball. Zakis, that's an open look, but it won't go. So shooting woes continue for the Wildcats here early in the second half. Foster drives the lane, and Zakis says, here, let me take that for you. Alex Clark intercepts the ball, but it'll go out of bounds.
So far the second half, the Cats have not shot the ball well. However, they've made up for it defensively, really limiting what Paideia has been able to do.
Cravens with a nice move. Hannah Morgan, pass over, and that was a pickpocket. And a block is taken. Block called. And Jordan Battle is down. You know, I'm not really sure how Hannah Morgan could get a block called on her against Jordan Battle. Just
she stood strong there, and she got up. She was not happy with that. She's talking to the ref right now about it. But Jordan Battle going to take her shots.
First free throw is good. And Jordan Battle showing that she can stroke from the floor.
She's got a shot. She's taken up on Hannah Morgan's policy of no rim. I haven't seen her hit rim yet.
Just saw my Longacre check in for Hannah Morgan. Coach Carr's going to try to keep her out of foul trouble to make sure she can be utilized late in the game.
And Smosh Thompson can't get it. Kelker Wolf saves it. Foster over to Clark. And Clark will set it up. So Paideia keeps the possession alive. And that'll be jump ball. The arrow is facing in favor of the Pythons. And Zakis tips it to the back court. And now will be Foster heading up the offense. Paideia. Kelker Wolf tries to get a shot up. And that would have been quite the circus shot if it had gone in. But she's going to go to the line for two.
Kelker Wolf, first shot falls. Trying to make it 2 for 2 here.
Shot is up. She says, give me buckets.
2 for 2.
2 for 2 from the line. Karandi with some serious space on the floor. And she's going to get it set up. Nice shot. Gets it to go.
Andy Karandi channeling the inner 23. You know who else wears 23? LeBron James.
Let me tell you, if there's anyone that gets buckets, it is LeBron James. LeBron James, I'll get buckets.
Michael Jordan, another great one to wear 23.
Hey.
2.
Andy Carandi, another great one to
3.
wear.
It's 3. Andy Carandi,
Yeah,
LeBron, MJ.
MJ. Just 3 great people to wear number 23.
23 on the varsity boys team is Peter Rooney. So we could have 4 soon.
Ooh, Lester.
Ball's batted out of bounds.
You mentioned Peter Rooney, the only freshman on the varsity boys roster. Again, they will take on North Atlanta later this evening. We said 7:30, but it's looking like it's going to be a little later than that, as it's 7:25 currently. Should be an exciting matchup in the boys' final, the Westminster Holiday Classic.
Kelko Wolf driving. And that falls. Another 2 points there for Paideia.
Coker Wolf dropping buckets here. Late in the third. And Carandi will feed Longacre. Longacre can't get it to go. And she has hit the boards hard, but has been struggling from the field tonight. Foster, the pull-up J. That won't go.
Good pressure by Cabell Sack is there, causing that shot to be a little off.
Lester, the ball screen over to Carandi, the quick release, and it won't go. Thompson will corral the rebound. And Foster will bring it up. 43-29 is our score right now with about 1:10 left here in the third quarter.
Really an impressive game tonight from the Cats. And remember that Christina Lopez, the starting point guard for Westminster, is out. She is not playing this evening. So it just shows how much this offense was able to function without her. We just saw Carandi bring the ball up. Not a skill that she usually uses, but she's having to do it tonight and doing it quite effectively.
Alex Clark. And Clark will get the ball up top. You know, it's really hard for me to call her Alex Clark because we have a girl in our grade named Alex Clark, and that is not Alex. Well, of course it is Alex Clark. It's just not Alex Clark to me.
And Alex Clark is actually right in front of us, too. So there's 2 Alex Clarks within our vicinity.
Hopefully she doesn't think I'm talking to her. That would be seriously awkward.
Lester with a great board there. And Carandi going to push the ball up to Cravens. Hesitation puts it up, but another board by Andy Carandi, and she gets that one to fall.
And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Our score 45-29, Wildcats on top. So really a good 3 quarters. But Paideia, I'm not exactly sure what the score was at halftime. 35. Okay. So 17-point lead, down to a 16-point lead. So according to my math, the Wildcats will win by 15.
I think so.
I mean, that's one way to do it.
Saw some things in that quarter we've seen the entire game. Saw less full court press from the Cats defensively, but saw some baskets in transition early on, and then again, offensive rebounds have really been the story tonight, as Andy Carandi's been dominating on the boards and getting those second chance points for the Cats to really expand the lead.
I think I have an idea. I think we make an MVP award and we give it to Hannah Morgan, and it's just a bucket.
It's nothing but the net. There's no rim on it. It's just the net.
Just the net.
Just some pure nylon. Also, how about this boogie music that they're playing? They're playing dance music.
I'm liking it.
If I was not announcing, I would probably be singing. But that's why I'm not singing, because I'm terrible at singing. Fourth quarter.
It will be Carandi to inbounds.
Excuse me, I'm laughing at my own jokes. Stays will take it in the post. She'll dribble one way and won't get it to fall. Cravens. Shot attempt won't go. And Paideia will get the ball.
Alex Clark going to take the ball down the court. Andy Crandy going to D her up.
Really a rotation of 6 players tonight for the Pythons. And for the Wildcats, more of a 7, I would say. You have the 5 on the floor, and then you have Zachis and Lester. And
we've seen everybody.
Everyone,
though.
exactly. Every player's got in. In the championship game, that's saying something about your team. Wildcats very strong this year, boys and girls. Clark tries to get the 3 to go. She'll pass it off.
See transition again as Karandi will put it up. She'll be fouled, or she'll go to line to shoot 2.
Wildcats getting down the floor in a hurry tonight. And that has been a huge contributor to their success. Only 2 fouls on Paideia, though. They've done a good job of keeping the game clean, as the first free throw for Karandi goes long.
Ball going to come down, and that's Alex Clark. She's going to put it up, and that's going to fall.
Alex Clark, the jumper, excuse me, Bennett.
It's all you, man. You got it.
You know what? I sensed a little bit of sass in that comment, and I really don't appreciate it.
Maybe.
So, you know, honesty would be nice in the broadcast.
Stays with the ball here. Longacre with the ball here.
Hannah Morgan guarded by Kelker Wolf at the point.
And Morgan, the crossover move.
Going up on Jordan Battles with some good D. And the rebound is corralled by Ashley Foster. She's going to zoom it down the court. Pass to Alex Clark for 3 and does not go down. Rebound by Stays.
Stays out to Cravens. And the Wildcats have numbers. A nice pass from Karandi and 1.
Really impressive transition basketball right there by Westminster. It's what they've done all night long, and it continues to work here as we're approaching 6 minutes remaining in this championship game.
I was thinking of a good representation for what an and 1 is like, but I really can't think of one. You know, most of the times I have a good metaphor in mind, but not this time.
I honestly think of and 1 as a baker's dozen, you know, when you get that extra donut and you get 13 instead of 12.
I feel you. I mean, even the donuts are circularly shaped with a little hole in the middle. So you could say you could get buckets in a donut. I mean,
it's just all going around, and it's just going around in circles, and it just all comes back together.
This brings up an interesting point. Have you ever thought about if you took a munchkin and put it in the middle of the donut and like melted it, or would it just be like one of those jelly-filled donuts?
Maybe. Kelker Wolf with the ball here. And Jordan Battle from deep, and that's not going to fall. She goes down. She's having a hard time get up, and they're going to call it here. And she's back up. That's good to see.
I'd like to apologize. That was a pretty bogus statement I just made.
But if you think about it, it's still the same.
No, it's a valid point.
It's a valid point, but it's still the same donut. You're just adding more to it.
Oh, what if it were a normal chocolate donut, but then the munchkin was jelly filled? That would make things really interesting.
But I don't think if you melted it together, would it be the same donut? I don't think it would.
It could be a combo donut, Bennett.
That sounds amazing. But Foster with the ball here.
Yeah, I am hungry. I will say that.
A chocolate munchkin fused donut
with jelly. It's a jelly munchkin.
Cravens with the D going up on Stays, and that's not going to fall.
Wildcats will push the floor. Morgan, she's going to go in. Not able to get it. Zachis. It's the rebound, and a jump ball is called.
Rebel Zach is showing some fight there. She was, two people reaching for that ball, but she was not letting people take that ball from her. But Paideia is still going to get the ball because of the jump ball.
You know, how did we start talking about donuts? How?
Buckets?
Okay,
Baker's
okay.
dozen. Baker's dozen.
Baker's dozen, right. And then I just came out of the blue and said, oh, yeah, okay. I follow that.
Anybody out there watching, if you actually make that and that becomes big,
make sure to tweet at us with a picture of your donut.
We'll be your first customers for the Munchkin Jelly Donuts.
I will be there. Sakis with the ball on the wing.
not giving Hannah Morgan any room.
Also, have you guys ever, does a Munchkin fit perfectly through the donut?
Never tried.
I really don't know. Ryan, do you know?
I am not aware of the Munchkin
if you put a Munchkin straight through the donut, would it go clean? Or would you add some powdered sugar on that inside rim?
Okay, my question is the Munchkin actually the inside of a donut? Or do they fold and mold the donut into the donut shape?
Honestly, I think it's a huge conspiracy.
You never know.
Munchkins and donuts coming together.
Maybe Munchkins are like kids.
Maybe they're the babies and they grow up to be full donuts.
Well, yeah, I don't know if that's possible physically. We're having some fun here at WCAT.
Having a great time here.
That's what it's all about. When it comes down to it, it's all about having fun. They don't. I can bet you they do not have as much fun on an ESPN or a CBS broadcast as we do on a WCAT broadcast. And now with these HD cameras, I mean,
it looks great.
You could say we could enter the TV realm, but that's not for me to say.
That'd be up to the great Andrew Shackelford and Nate Gibson to make that decision.
I think we should be station 81, channel 81.
I think we should have a radio station. Have a radio station that just broadcasts the audio. Kelker Wolf takes it, and that'll be out of bounds. So the Wildcats will get it back. But yeah, how about a radio station? How cool would that be?
What if you were like a big Westminster fanatic and you wanted to listen to the game on the radio and watch it? We could do it both.
See, that just doesn't make any sense.
The likes of Dave Drake listening to the game on WCAT while on the stationary bike.
Well, here's what I would say. We have shows in the morning and at night, like usual. But then from about the 10 o'clock slot to about the 5 o'clock slot, or actually, I take that back. From about the 10 o'clock at night spot to about the 5 o'clock in the morning spot, you just have Matthew Failer in there.
I'd listen to that.
I would too. That's the only point I'm trying to make here.
Matthew Failer on our camera 3.
Matthew Failer could talk for 7 hours on the radio station, and I would listen.
Good point, but Foster coming up with the ball here. Actually,
that's him right there.
There he is, right there.
There's Matthew Failer
doing a great job at camera 3, but Alex Clark. Oh, there he is again. He's gonna pop him back up. Foster with the ball here, working on Hannah Morgan. She's going to pop that up, but it's not going to fall.
I actually am surprised to see him on camera. I thought he was a little bit of an urban legend.
Can we actually take him again? Is that a possibility?
We want Matthew, is what we're trying to say here. There he is. That is an action shot.
He's doing a great job here, too. Kawazakis with the ball to Hannah Morgan.
And there's about 3:30 left in this game, with the Cats up 17.
Really an impressive all-around performance by Westminster. That foul's on Kelker Wolf, and I believe that is her 5th foul. So Kelker Wolf is done for the Pythons for the night.
Big hit to Paideia. But going back to the point about Matthew being an urban legend, here's my theory. He really likes Bigfoot. What if he is Bigfoot?
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's a lot of trips to Montana, though.
That is. You know they have those shows like Finding Bigfoot?
Yeah. And they're always, like, in the
Maybe,
West, though.
you know, what if instead of finding tracks, they just found Matthew's face?
I mean, look at him there, and we got rid of him, but I don't, maybe his face actually fits in Bigfoot's prints. Never know.
And there's a foul on the floor. Excuse me, a timeout taken by Coach Heather Carvis. That's Matthew for the 3rd time.
I think this is the 5th time.
I don't think he realizes he's on air.
Nope, he does now. Having a great time.
I think he's trying to point at the screen.
You never know. But, I mean, we're having fun out here. This is a great time.
I tell you, those headphones he has on just make it look like he's that melon cat. You know what I'm talking about?
Failer, we know we love you, Failer.
3 minutes, 1 second remaining in this championship game. Westminster leading Paideia by a score of 48-31. Really a all-around impressive performance tonight from the Cats, controlling the game from the start.
Sakis cross court to Karandi, and Cravens will take it up top. Madison Malloy looking to check in for the Cats. And Paideia has really turned up the pressure here. And that's well executed.
Westminster doing a great job working the ball around, though. Hannah Morgan with some ball skills, giving it back to Cravens.
Hannah Morgan just going through their whole defense. And Karandi back out to Morgan. And I'll tell you, as a defender, this is pretty frustrating stuff. And Alex Clark looks like she may have been hit in the face.
Hannah Morgan showing some good sportsmanship there, offering to pick her up.
2 new faces for you for the Pythons. Isabella Colt, number 45, and Emma Jones, number 13, inserted into the game for the first time.
And Morgan will go to the line.
Madison Malloy going to come in the game for Kapelzakis. I'm trying to figure out what Coach Carvis just said to the ref, because something was funny. They just had a good chuckle.
I think Coach Carvis is just in a good mood. Our team's up 18 with 2:24 left in the 4th quarter of the championship game of the Holiday Classic. Morgan's second will not go. And Jordan Battle gets the rebound and out to Foster. Foster, good look from the wing, can't get it. Paideia keeps the rebound. Battle of 3. It won't go. Stays, gets the rebound, and Cravens looks like she's going to get a layup here. And she will.
One person really battling here for Paideia is Jordan Battles.
Jordan Battle.
She keeps going down hard, and she just keeps getting back up and shooting those threes. And I believe she's 2 for 5 for the line. I mean, not from the line, but from 3. That's 6 points.
Carvis takes a timeout with 1:46 here. The Wildcats up 20, 51-31. Make sure to stay tuned for our broadcast of the Holiday Classic Men's Championship between North Atlanta and your own Westminster Wildcats. Bennett, there isn't even any groovy music playing.
It's in my head. Salsa.
Salsa. Do you know how to do the salsa?
No, not at all.
That's what I thought.
I think this is something around the salsa.
I assumed you would not. But
Westminster with a solid 20-point lead here. Biggest lead of the game. Mistake me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry. Morgan Brister takes the inbound. Madison Malloy is going to try and take it up, but good press from Paideia. The ball is going to go out of bounds. And call it Cats ball.
Cravens will take it, give it right back to Brister. And Zakis down to Stays in the post. Good look for Brister. It won't go. She follows her own shot, though. And Stays is going to stick with it. And she goes down hard. I'd like to give all of the Bulldog fans out there an update. The Dogs are up 17-7 on the Louisville Cardinals.
Nick Chubb with a run there.
With 6:40 remaining in the second. Gosh, Nick Chubb is an animal.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see him. See him next year.
Imagine if you just like mix Todd Gurley and Nick Chubb together.
If you doubled, if you like.
That is a super back.
One thing we saw from Gurley is that he came back his sophomore year huge. Much bigger than he was freshman year.
But, you know, to be real here, I think in order to really talk about Georgia football, you need a real Georgia fan, such as Watson Jackson or Wesley Milner. And the ball will go back to Paideia with 1:16 left. Wildcats have increased their lead to 21 points. And Alex Clark will push the floor.
To Battles. Back to Alex Clark.
Clark guarded by Madison Malloy, the daughter of varsity boys coach Trey Malloy. And Clark will go to the line for 2.
Under a minute remaining now as the Cats, with a 21-point lead, are going to take the championship of the Girls Holiday Classic. Pretty impressive showing this weekend by Heather Carvis's team.
Hey, you never know what could happen in 56 seconds.
I was going to say the exact same thing. I mean, you could turn the sliders up to 99s across the board and just get buckets. You probably still wouldn't win, to be honest.
But we're going to call that a jump ball, and it's going to be Westminster possession here.
And 2 subs are going to get in for Paideia. That's Isabella Colt. And I'm trying to get the other name for you. That'll be number 13, Emma Jones.
Craven on the fast break, not able to complete, but Kabelzakis with the rebound.
2 freshmen for the Pythons.
Ooh.
And Zakis. Good ball security. And 2 subs back in. Looks like a little bit of a rotation going on here. And the 2 freshmen will sub back out.
I saw them do that earlier. I think they just do it for the first free throw.
One and one, so the ball is live after the first miss. That would explain the size coming back in for the Pythons, trying to control that rebound. As Foster will push.
Foster, a nice Euro. She can't get it. And a tussle underneath the basket.
Kabelzakis comes out with the ball. They're going to call it jump ball. Jordan Battles is going to inbound the ball.
And almost picked off by Caroline Cravens. But Clark will keep it. And we're in the final 30 seconds here of our matchup. Stays.
To Zakis.
Zakis to Brister. Brister gets it.
And that was a hard-fought basket right there. Great work by Morgan Brister to put that one down.
Foster says, give me some Jimmer range, but it won't go. So with that, that'll be the conclusion of the Holiday Classic Women's Tournament. Your final score here in the championship, Paideia Pythons 31, Westminster Wildcats 54.
And I attribute that win for the Cats to their early start and keeping their their lead strong. Scoring 20 in the first quarter was great, and then keeping that, reducing turnovers, not really giving the ball over that much. I mean, credit to Paideia, though, with only 6 points in the first quarter. They did really well to try and get themselves back in the game, but Westminster just put their foot on the gas and did not let it go.
Really led from the defense and transition play of Andy Carandi behind the shooting of Hannah Morgan. Really, the Cats were soaring on their way to victory very early in this one as they were able to claim the championship of the Holiday Classic.
And I think we're going to get possibly a trophy presentation coming up right now before the boys come out to get buckets.
And before we do that, just a little shout out to the WCAT crew here. Who can I see here? I have Turner Cravens. I got Max Withrow, Ethan Denning,
Andrew
Will
Shackelford.
Hay,
The always electric Will Hay.
Matthew Failer, who we have shown many times today.
Did you?
And shout out to Andrew Shackelford, really leading the way into this HD broadcast and helping us produce this game and the next game as well.
Remember to stay tuned here on WCAT for the Westminster Wildcats versus the North Atlanta Warriors in the finals of the boys tournament. Should be a very exciting matchup. Westminster very young, not very young, but some very impressive talent. And North Atlanta, I got a chance to watch their game yesterday afternoon, and they are a very impressive basketball team. Should be a great matchup.
And the girls team waiting for their trophy. And Paideia will go up to get their runners-up trophy.
Congratulations to the Paideia Pythons, finishing second in the Westminster Holiday Classic. They played a great tournament, unable to get the victory against the Westminster Wildcats, but still an impressive outing this weekend nonetheless.
That's for a runners-up trophy, that's pretty big.
It's quite large.
I mean, it's a pretty big trophy. I don't know why I said that.
Saw a shot of Rusty Hudson there, athletic director here at Westminster. Pending retirement coming this year as Westminster is currently searching for a new athletic director as he will hand over the championship trophy to Andy Carandi and the Cats, champions of the Holiday Classic.
So now,
I'd say they're excited.
with that game done with, we're gonna get a fast-paced basketball game that's about to take place here.
Girls pose for a picture with the first place trophy here. Following the conclusion of the trophy presentation, we will take a short break and stay tuned for the boys' action.
I think we're still on.
I believe we're still on. And just going to throw that out there. Since we are still on, we're going to go to a different broadcast. So it won't just be this one. So you guys have to X out of this browser and go to a different, go to the different video.
That is a pain. I mean, I'm here to promote the broadcast team, but I gotta tell you, if I had to move my cursor up and X out of it and then get a new one, I would be beyond angry.
I mean, that's just making
Absurd.
making me mad
Absurdity.
thinking about it.
Absurdity is the word I would use.
One final congratulations to Coach Heather Carvis and the Westminster Wildcats varsity girls basketball team, your 2014 Holiday Classic champions.
And it looks like a personal achievement made by Ellery Kilker-Wolf. I apologize, we may have been pronouncing that wrong the whole time. I really wouldn't know. Hannah Morgan gets...
It is definitely a hard last name.
And Andy Carandi gets the MVP of the tournament.
Make sure to like WCAT on Facebook. Follow them on Twitter and subscribe to the YouTube page at youtube.com/Westminster WCAT. I want to thank you for tuning in with us this evening. I'm Ryan Costley, joined by Jack Schlafly and Bennett Porson. Take a short break. Stay tuned for the boys' action. Thank you for watching.
Yes, sir.